Hi guys, it's Shiftesh from encodeDigital. I know it's been a few months when I started this series to do the analysis on the technical indicator strategies. But because I was busy, I wasn't able to do it. But today I'm going to cover our first strategy, which is very common one if you are into forex trading, which is SMA crossover. This is basically one moving average crossover the other one, and then we see whether we want to take a long position or short position. So what we will cover, I'll just show you output. So basically this is how we're going to do. So I'm going to write a program which will set our profit, our stop loss, and then from the historic data we will see if we would have taken all those opportunities and whether we would be in profit or loss. So this one we will do it together, but this is on the Euro USD on the 15 minutes, and if we would have taken, this is showing us, okay, this would have given us the profit of £75. As you can see, each of those ones, each of the trades, some profit, some loss, but overall £75 profit. And we will write this program together where we will see, okay, we open the trade, we close the trade, and we set the stop loss, and we see that, okay, if we have done this automation on our trade, how much benefit would be. Now this is the one example. So later on in the video you will see when I will try on different time frames, even on the different pair, to see is it really profitable. Yes, this one is, and sort of let's deep dive into the analysis. And also, just one thing, if you like this type of analysis, or my previous one as well, which is, if it helped you, do subscribe or comment, because then I know you guys are waiting for the video. It will give me motivation to get out of my bed and do these videos. All right, let's dive into it. Okay, first thing we need is the data. So we can take data from Alpha Vantage. It's a free of cost. So go to alphavantage.co and get your free API key. You just need to register with your email. Click on stock API documentation, and what we need is we go to the Forex and Intraday. So within this one we can get the data for the different pairs at different time intervals, and also it gives us the compact, which is the 100 data points, but full, we want the full data point, which is they give us last 1000, and the data they give us in JSON and CSV. So for this analysis we will take the CSV because it's easy for us to save the CSV file, and then we can read it just for analysis, and we will try to get the data for different pairs and time frames. So what you can do is that you can click any of them if you're going this one, or you can take the CSV one, but let me click because this is having output size full. All I need to do is add in the end and data type is equal to CSV. So when you do that one, so as you can see, I'm going to take for Euro USD, I'm going to change the interval to 15 minute, and you write down your API key here, and after that one write data type is equal to CSV, and it will not work right now because I haven't added the API key, but if you enter after API key, it will download. I have already downloaded mine one. So within technical analysis folder, I've created data folder, and I downloaded 3: Euro USD 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 60 minutes, and USDJPY 15 minutes. Because what we're going to do is that in analysis we will look into different pair, different time frame to see is the strategy profitable or not. So we'll try to different analysis, and you can expand this one to anything, so you can get any data from the Alpha Vantage, which is good thing. Okay, we'll start, and let me create first of all our file. So I'm going to name it as SMA underscore crossover .py, and then I'm going to import pandas because we're going to read the CSV into the pandas data frame. If you haven't installed, then do pip install pandas, and I'm going to use tabulate. So this is to show output more cleaner. You have seen when in the start of the video I shown you the output, so it looks good in the table form, it's easy to read it. You can do pip install tabulate, and then I'm going to read the CSV which we downloaded into the data frame. So let's try to print this one and see how our output looks like. So I already have enable the environment. I'm sure you're comfortable with Python if you have seen my previous videos, but it's just the environment and having installed those tabulate and the pandas. So I'm going to say Python SMA crossover, and you can see the data we read from the CSV. The only thing is the data is, first one is the latest, which is today's date, 27th of September, and it goes to the 13th of September. But what I want is the in reverse order, because when we calculate a moving average, I want to calculate like for 20 and the last 100, and then after that we want to do our analysis. So I'm going to reverse this data frame. So let me do that way. So in order to do that one, I'm going to do, as you can see from the data from iLog, and then I'm going to reverse it, and I'm going to reset the index so that it starts from the 0. Then I'm going to, as you have seen from the data is in like 0.95. As you know, EURUSD, in order to easy for us to calculate in pip, the way the CFD trading is done, it calculates a pip, so we can then specify our profit loss, for example 15 pips, 30 pips, like that one. So right now it is in decimal, so for EURUSD I'm going to multiply with 10,000, so 4 zeros. If it is a USDJPY, then it will be we need to check the data. Alpha Vantage give us the data like 144 dot, like that one we have to multiply with 100, but EURUSD we have to multiply by 10,000. So always check the pair, and then so I'm going to make the open, high, low, close. I'm going to multiply all those ones with a 10,000. So I say same thing I'm doing for that one, and then I'm going to calculate the moving average. So for our analysis, I'm going to take the moving average of 20, the shorter one 20 and the longer 100. So I'm going to see when the moving average 20 cross over the 100. If it is going from up to down, then I'm going to take a short position. If I'm going to from bottom to up, then I'm going to take a buy position. So you will see, we will see the two together, but I need to calculate the moving average for last 20 in order to calculate for 21, and then I'm going to calculate for 100 as well. So if I print now data, so you will see what I mean. So if I do now, so you can see that moving average is calculated. Of course it is NAN for the first 20, for MA20 it will be for first 100 it will be NAN, but you can see it has calculated the moving average, and as you can see it has nicely multiplied with 10,000. Now we can deduct or now we can work with our profit loss based on the pip. Okay, so now going back, let's carry on. So I'm going to now check whether at the start of the position, because now we have the 1,000 entry points, so we're starting from the like the first entry, what is at that point of time? Is it the moving average 20 is above 100 or bottom 100? Because if it is above, then when crossover happens, then we need to see the then it will be the short position sell. So if I go to the like for example, if the right now, so this red one is 100 and blue one is the 20. So if blue one is under, of course it's gonna cross up, and then it will be the buy position for me. But if blue one which is MA20 is up, then the MA100, then it will go down, so then I have to take short position. So when we are taking historic data, it could be any point of time. That point of time I need to see where is MA20 relative to MA100. So that's what I'm doing. So okay, I'm checking. So because we have taken the moving average 400 and this data frame start from 0, so that is the reason I have given 99. So we know that by the 99th position it has calculated the moving average for both 20th and MA100. So then only we can start our analysis. So okay, so I'm checking if MA20 is above MA100, it means my starting position is sell. So whenever the crossover will happen, it will be sell position. Otherwise it will be a buy position. Okay, So that's my basic. Okay, to do the historical data, okay, what is my position as I explained. So I'm going to now these variables, we will change these things. I'm saying okay, because this is the 15 minutes 15 minutes data points we have taken, so I'm going to set my profit pip to 15 pips and stop loss to 15 pips. Means if when I take a trade, if it goes in my favor 15 pips, then yeah, I want to close the trade, take the 15 pips profit, and 1 pip you can set to anything. Let's say if 1 pip is $1, then $15, like that one. So okay, so I set, and now I'm going to set few variables so that we can populate those ones. So I'm going to set first is trade false, because we haven't taken any trade as when we start the analysis. So right now I'm not in a trade, my trade is false. And then we will relate when we take a trade, then I want to capture whether we taken the buy or sell. And then also I will capture what time we traded start, what was the trade start value, what was the trade end time, trade end value, and then we will see the outcome of that, whether it was profit or loss. And then we will capture the complete result, which we will show in tabulate later on. And then also profit loss value, how much profit for each of those ones, and then we will see overall profit as well. So I'm going to set those ones to 0. So let's do now. Okay, so I'm going to iterate through the pandas, our data frame, and then let's see. Okay, now very first thing is I'm going to check, because it is iterating from the scratch, from the first position. As you know, first 100 were NAN for MA 100, so I can't do analysis on first 100. So if it is less than 100 index, then just continue. Basically it skipped the rest of the code in the for loop, so our analysis will start after 100, basically where the MA20 and MA100 values are there. Okay, and also I'm going to check, I'm not going to do the very last, because I don't want our program to fail. So I just want to leave the last entry, which I think is 985, something like that. Just stop the program there. So I'm going to break the for loop there. Okay, now I'm going to look for the sell position first. Means we'll see whether it will be, if our starting position is sell, which we have identified here, whether it's sell or buy, we don't know. But if it is a sell, then I want to check, is our MA20 for the previous one. Okay, now let me actually go to Euro USD, and I am on 15 minutes chart. Okay, let me tell you. So with the trading, this is trading view. So trading on the trading view, any particular this candle is basically this time which you see at right now, which is 11. That candle is the start time. So from 11:15 to 11:30 this candle represent. But our data tells us, when we saw the data earlier, that when its time is 11:45, it is from 11:15 to 11:45. This is the end time. On the trading chart, it is the trading view chart is the start time. So basically what we're saying is that when this crossover happens, so for example at this candlestick the crossover will happen, and then I want to check, basically because I'm on because in there in our data the candlestick is when the timestamp for that candle ends. So basically in a scenario, let's say 11:45. Okay, 11:45 means from 11:15 to 11:45. So when that 15 minutes finish, so let's say your program is running, you will get what is your closed value, and then you will know whether your moving average has crossed over or not. So when you will take a trade on the very next one, which is 12 o'clock, so this is the end time, means when after 11 o'clock 45 minutes 01 second, so that is when basically you can say the open of 12. So that's when you're going to take the trade. So what I'm saying is that, okay, I'm checking the previous one. If it is a sell position, for the sell position as starting position, we know that the MA20 is greater than MA100, so it is above, then only we can taking the short position. So if the short position is sell, start position sell, so means right now the MA20 is above MA100. So what we're saying is that now on the previous candle has the MA20 gone down, means has the crossover happened, and also that we are not in a trade, means we are not running in a trade, because as you can see this is a for loop. If we are in a trade, then we don't want to start another trade, we want to finish that trade, then only start the next trade. So that's what we are checking here. Okay, I know it's yeah, read it carefully, it explains everything, you will understand. But any question, do write a comment and I'm sure I will be able to answer you guys. So okay, so if we are not in a trade and it has crossed over, the very first thing we want to do it, yes, we are in trade now. Okay, we are in trade, and then I'm going to say trade type is sell. We have done the short sell, and then my trade start value is now for that particular candle at open, like I explained. So if the 11:45 crossover has happened for 12 o'clock open position, that's where when our trade starts. Then I'm going to take trade start time, so that we can capture at what time, because I want to compare our results with the trading view chart, because is our program right, those sort of things. So you always test your program, because these are the values, and you always make sure your program is working fine. So we're going to compare our program with the chart. And then if it is not sell position, if it is a buy position, means the MA20 is under the MA100, then I'm going to check, has it crossed? Now is MA20 greater than MA100 and it is not in a trade, means yes, it has crossed over and we were not in a trade. Now we're going to take a trade. So again, we're going to take a trade. Trade type is buy. Start value, we're going to again take the open position, means the open price as our trade position, and then we're going to capture our start time as well. Okay, now we are in a trade. Now this one, now we're going to check if we are in a trade. Now we need to see when we need to close. Now there are few points when we will able to close the trade. Either we hit a profit, which is our pips, we set 15. Either we hit our stop loss, which we have set to 15, or if it has crossed over opposite way. So let's say we took a buy, when MA20 crossed above MA100, but let's see you haven't hit either stop loss or profit, but now MA20 has crossed down MA100. We want to close, because now our strategy is telling now it is a short position. We're not going to take the short position, but we're going to close our trade, the one which was in the buy position. So first thing, are we in a trade? Yeah, if we are in a trade, is our trade type sell? If it is our trade type sell, then we're going to check, has the MA20 now gone up? So basically, when we are in a trade and we are in a sell, so I'm show you, let's say here, yeah, so it crossed, it's not that clear, yeah, okay, here MA20 crossed MA100 down. Okay, so now MA100 is MA20 is less than MA100. So very first thing, like I mentioned, if it goes up, like for example here it gone up, so I have to close my trade if it hasn't hit my stop loss or the or profit. So that's what I'm checking. Is it, if I'm in a sell position, is now the MA20 going opposite direction, then I need to close my trade. And then I close the trade. As you can see, I say is trade is false now. Then I capture, okay, what time I ended the trade, what was the trade value, that will be the close position of that particular candle when we passed on, and then we check. Now we don't know whether we end up in profit or loss, do we? Because it might be okay, we set 15 pips of the overall target, but it might be after 4 pips of profit it crossed over, so we might still be profit, or it might be we have a 6 pips of loss and then it crossed over. So we want to check. So we are checking the trade end value, which is the close. Is it greater than our starter value? So basically if the trade value is because we were in the sell position, we were down, so if it has crossed over, we want to check what is that when it crossed over, what was the close, was it greater than our start value? If it is greater, then of course our outcome is low, because when you're in short position, you make money when the price goes down, not up. So if it has gone up than our initial trade position, then of course we are in loss. So I'm going to capture, if it is no, then the outcome would be profit. Okay, now I'm going to calculate our profit loss value, which is the start value minus the end value. So if it will be profit, it will be positive value. If it is loss, it will be negative value. Then I'm going to we created a variable total profit or loss, so that in the end we can see from all the trade positions what was our overall profit and loss. So I'm going to capture that, whatever the profit or loss was, into the total value. Okay, and then I'm going to append into our result array, which we said, and I'm going to capture all these things, because then we will show in our later on into the console what was our trade type, what was our outcome, and what was our profit loss. I'm rounding it off in case it goes to the float value, what was start time, start value, end time, and end value, like that one. So that is the one scenario where how our trade could end. The other could be so if that's the case, then we're going to skip rest of the code in the for loop and go to the next value within the for loop. Okay, and now we're going to check whether our so this one is to if so row is basically, now we're going through the data frame each value. So because the for loop, so now it will pick the low, the open high low. So what we're trying, because we are in short position, so we need to check now, have we got the low value? So okay, let me explain. So let's say you enter a trade, okay, you crossed over here. It might be that, you know, there is so much volatility that maybe within that candle you can hit your stop loss or the profit in the same candle. But the thing is that if that happens from this historic data, because this is 15-minute candle, we will not be able to figure it out whether it was profit or loss. So because it could go 30 pips both sides, you know, let's say if you trading during some news event or something like that, so it could happen, it goes 60 pips, you know, up and down, so you don't know which one it has hit. Just for this analysis, of course, if you are in the real time, you might be taking the real time data, then of course you can do that one, because this is the historic data with 15-minute candle, we can't figure that one out. And that is only we're talking about if it happens during same candle when we took a trade. If that is the case, that's the reason I'm checking, is the low less than our start value minus profit, because profit will on the short sell will happen as we go down, so that's why I'm deducting 15 pips. And stop loss is above, as you know, this is short position. For short position, your profit will be here, stop loss will be here, so that is what it is checking. So if it has hit within that one, then I'm saying outcome, I'm not sure, I don't know whether it was a profit or loss, because that there was so much volatility within that candle when we took a trade. It gone 60 pip up, 60 pip down, I don't know which one it hit. Okay, so for that scenario, I'm just going to it's highly unlikely. Let's see if we see any those ones in our outcome. But if that happens, then I'm ignoring that one for our analysis, because I don't know whether it is a profit or loss. So I'm just going to close that trade at that point of time, and again I'm going to capture all those sort of things. But as you can see, I'm going to click empty for those ones where we don't have the trade values. Okay, we're not interested in this one, but I want to cover this scenario if it happens. Okay, now I have to set the start position buy again, because now we are our MA20 is now gone under, yeah, because it crossed over and it has gone under, so that's why now we are at start position is buy, means when next crossover will happen, we have to take a buy position. So it is resetting basically that variable. Okay, now like I mentioned the other way we can close the trade is if we hit a profit, if we get a profit. So if our the next low value of the candle is less than basically our start value minus 15 pips, as you know, this is a short trade, so if we go on further than 15 pips low candle, then yes, we will have a profit. So that's what we're saying, outcome is profit. We're going to close that trade, and then we're going to capture the trade time and the value of that one, what was the end value, and then we see total profit loss. Okay, here the total profit is the 15 pip, which is we have set as our profit target. Okay, and we're going to again append into the result. So again, we're going to set the start position to buy, and then the last thing, if it gone up opposite side, and if the high is greater than our start value plus 15 pip of stop loss, as you can see it is plus, means up, because for short position our the target is here and stop loss is up. So if that's the case, then our outcome is loss, and then is trade false in trade time. Again, same thing. You can just copy paste, but make sure you are calculating right, because here profit loss is minus the 15 pips. Yeah, so we have to capture, so yeah, be careful. Anyways, I will put this code onto the GitHub, so you can copy, you don't need to worry. And also when I'm capturing the result, as you can see, because stop loss we have given 15 pips positive here, so when I'm capturing the profit loss, I'm multiplying with -1, because so that we can see, oh, this was loss, this was profit. Okay, so again, start position buy. So that covers our complete for the short sell when it was sell. Now we have to do the same thing if it is a buy. Okay, so we're going to come to the else when the buy position, but it will be exactly the same. So of course the values will differ. Now we'll check whether MA20 is less than 100, so exactly opposite, like a mirror image, but exactly the same concept. Okay, so I will make a little bit fast move, but like I mentioned, any question do comment, guys, and I will able to answer you. Okay, again, if it is less, then I'm going to close the trade. This is means like, okay, it has gone opposite, it hasn't hit our stop loss or profit, but it has gone in opposite direction, and I have to close the trade. Again, same thing, I'm going to check the values and whether it is against, whether it was profit or was it loss, exactly the way we have done earlier. So I'm going to go quickly. Again, we're going to capture the total profit and loss and append all the values into our result, and later on we will show these ones. Okay, and then I'm going to continue with the for loop, because there might the next trade, you know, when the next trade opportunity comes in. Again, it's the same three things. If it, now this is again same position, when if there is a high volatility, then I'm not sure, so I need to close the trade if that happens, and just capture that one as a not sure and capture that as value. And again, set the start position at sell now, because now the MA20 is above MA100, because this was buy. Remember, for the buy our MA20 was under the MA100, but now it has gone up. Okay, now again the same things. Now it is profit if it hits our the profit target, then we capture that one and we close the trade, capture the end time and the trade end value, and then total profit, and I'm going to append that one and capture and make again set the start position as sell. Don't worry, we will check against, like I mentioned, I always make sure you check your program against the visual, your manual analysis, to make sure everything working fine, and we will do that one. So I'm going to do the last one, which is basically if it hits our stop loss. Okay, and again I'm capturing all the values, and then I'm capturing the loss, and I'm going to result into that one. Okay, I'm going to set the start position sell, and now I'm going to print our profit loss. So as you can see, okay, just to make it nicer, I'm put those lines, and it will tell us, okay, what is our total profit and loss, and I'm going to capture that one, and then I'm going to show our result array of an array. Like I mentioned, that's the reason we're using a tabulate. Okay, so that's it. Save it, guys. Now let's go here. I'm going to clear the screen, and let's Python SMA crossover, enter, and yeah, this is $75 profit, guys. Okay, so now as you can see, there are profit ones and the loss ones. Let's pick one by one. Okay, this is a Euro USD 15 minutes chart. So our first trade started on 14th of September at 9:30. Now this is the end time, means this candle started at 9:15. So let's go. So 14th of September. Okay, so 14th of September, this one, yeah. So this is SMA 20, guys, on the trading chart. Okay, if you guys have never used it, you can add the indicators here. Just go to indicator and you can search moving average. This one you can click twice, you will add twice, and then you can go into settings. I have set this one to the 20 and I have set this one to 100. Okay, you can change the colors like I done. Okay, now okay, so we were here. So on 14th, as you can see, crossover happened here 9 o'clock. Now 9 o'clock is the, here in the trading view, it is the start time. So this candle represent from 9:15. Okay, at this candle the crossover happened. This candle we took a trade. So there it was 9:30, means the in our data it was from 9:15 to 9:30, and here it is the start time, so 9:15 to 9:30. Same candle. Let's see. So you will see here the open close price as I move. Okay, so let's say 9:15. So if you see, the open is 9960. Guys, look at here. Okay, I will do again. 9:15, 9976. Okay, so 9976 is start. Let's see in our code. So over here, our 997 5.4, of course, that is FXCM data, so you will always see very minor difference, but our open value is 9975, which is exactly that when the trade we have took the trade. Now at the open you started the trade. Okay, it carry on the trade, and this was profit. Of course, it hit our profit target when it hit 5:30 on 15th. So our trade started here, and then as you can see, yeah, it is going on, and then because we are in short position in the morning 5:30, it hit our 15 pips target. So as you can see, this was, and we can see our 9960 was the target. So when it hit 15 pips at 5:30, means 5:15, yeah, this one, and then yeah, it hit 9960. As you can see, the low is the, yeah, this one 99, this is the start one, and yeah, that is the end one. So 9960 it hit here. Yeah, okay. So now the same thing, next one was buy position. This one started on 15th at 12:15. So means 12:15 means 12 o'clock. Yeah, it started. So let's see, his open is 99849, 99848. See, so that's when our trade started. We took a buy signal. As you can see, M20 crossed over, we took a buy signal, and then of course it has gone up, so it hit our profit target of 15 pips. So that's why we have the profit. So that's how, guys, you can get into the analysis. Yeah, this one is this has given us, so this is what, from 14th of September to 27th of September. Yeah, with profit loss it gives us $75 of profit. Now let's try, let's change it. Yeah, so now we have a code. Okay, let's say if we have different profit setup, let's say we have 30 profit, you know, and the 30 target, you know. Let's see. Okay, if we have 30, oh, then we are still in profit, but less profit of 20. As you can see, of course, it has gone through, but yeah, it took less trade, of course, but yeah, 20 is still under profit. Now okay, let's see what other we have. 60 minutes. Okay, if we have 60 minutes, of course, when the time frame increases, the candle the length increases. Yeah, so if you try to do with less pip, let's say 15 pips, you will hit your stop loss quickly. So okay, let's try with 30 on the 60 minute. Okay, I'm going to clear. Okay, and let's see. Oh, we're still in profit. Okay. We have 48. Guys, again, this is just analysis at short window of time. So don't use this analysis and start trading automatically. Okay. This is just analysis. And like I mentioned, I'm not financial advisor or anything like that. Okay. So this is just purely analysis. Do your homework before you go into the trade. We will see. Yeah, we are doing it together. I'm also trying to analyze, see. Okay, this one gives us 48 as well profit. Let me see if on our window, if I change my profit loss to 60 pips. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we are still in profit. Okay, $76, we are in profit. Okay, that's good. Now let's try USDJPY. Okay, USDJPY. I think I downloaded the 15 minutes one. You can, like I mentioned, you can download any pair, any time frame to check. Okay, always check on this one. So 15 minutes. The only thing is, I will show you, like I mentioned, this will we need to change from 10,000 to 100, but I will show you why. So let me run this one. Of course, that is not right. Okay, so as you can see, it is 144.856. Now USDJPY, if you guys are in forex trading, you know that takes the 5 digits first and the last one .6. So it USDJPY always is bigger than the other pair, so you need to be mindful. So it is 144, so we have to multiply with the 100, so we make 144.85.6. okay, so I will change this to 100. Okay, because we are on 15 minutes, I'm going to change it to 15 pips profit, 15 pips loss. And let's see. Oh, I need, let me change this one. Oh, shall I show you? Yeah, okay, let's show you. No. Okay, now what happened? Oh, sorry, we printed before DF. I should have, if I show you the data one, then you will see it has multiplied with 100. Okay, let me do it again. Okay guys, this one is in profit as well. The reason they all ending up in the profit is because of course the market is right now in trend, either downtrend or uptrend. So when the market is in a trend, then the SMA crossover works well, but when market is in a range, then you will see a lot of negative, means a lot of loss in that one. So do test if you want to go ahead with the SMA crossover, to test and see the market reaction. Right now the market is in trend, and that's the reason our analysis is showing positive. So that's it guys. So in case you want to have any question, to leave a comment. I will come back to you. And but yeah, do subscribe and to this channel, and that way I know you guys are waiting for the new video, and I will get a motivation to do that one. All right, see you guys next time.